Welcome back to East Texas Live. Joining us now is Rebecca Smith. She's with the Alzheimer's Alliance, and they are hosting a free caregiver workshop coming up soon. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
So before we jump into that workshop, I just want to know a little bit about the Alzheimer's Alliance and what you guys do for the community.
Sure. So we've actually been in Smith County for 40 years, and we work with caregivers of people who have any kind of dementia in the community, and we offer support as far as caregiver education, but also meeting one-on-one with a counselor. We have a day club program where people can drop off their loved one with dementia and get a break, and their loved one can have fun with some other friends. So we offer a slew of services for people who are living with dementia and their caregivers.
Fantastic. Now, you guys have this upcoming workshop. Can you tell us a little bit about this upcoming class?
Sure. It'll be June 15th from 11:30 to 1, and it's a brown bag lunch, so people are encouraged to bring their lunch and sit and enjoy and learn from Dr. Laura Ferguson. She's a palliative care doctor in Tyler, so she's going to be talking about palliative care and how to anticipate the needs of a loved one living with dementia. So palliative care just means not focused on cure, but focused more on comfort and dignity. So she's going to talk about how to manage symptoms of dementia, so it'll be really educational.
And do you guys have more classes coming up as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So if you go to alzalliance.org/events, you can see all of our classes. We have some coming up talking about elder care law with Ross and Schulmeyer. We have some coming up talking about driving in dementia, because that can be a hard conversation. And we also have some about family dynamics and dementia. Lots of really interesting, important, informative topics.
Yeah, definitely. Now, why would you say that these courses are so important for caregivers and other people to come and just learn about this?
Well, it's a hard journey. Caregiving can be a really hard journey when you have someone with dementia, and it's really important for them to hear from experts to know how to navigate these tough situations, but also learn from other caregivers in the room. There's a lot of similar situations oftentimes, and they can learn from each other and get that emotional support as well.
Yeah, now this, unfortunately, dementia, Alzheimer's affects so many people. My grandpa actually had Alzheimer's. Oh, wow. See, so it does. So many people already know what dementia and Alzheimer's are, but just in case there's some viewers out there that aren't quite familiar with these conditions, can you kind of tell us a little bit about them?
Sure. I brought our little brain so we can do a crash course.
Okay.
So Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia. There's others as well, and it affects 1 in 3 seniors at some point in their lifetime. So Alzheimer's starts in the hippocampus, which is right in the middle of the brain, so it starts impacting that short-term memory. That's probably what it's most famous for, is just forgetting really simple things that have been learned over the last few days. Then we move to the planning and language part of the brain, so that starts deteriorating. They have a harder time regulating their emotions toward the mid-stage, and then towards the end they start losing their long-term memories. And then it is a fatal disease, so once it moves to the back of the brain, it starts impacting just basic bodily functions that the brain center controls, unfortunately. So it's a devastating disease, and that's why we work so hard to serve families in Smith County.
Yeah, definitely, and it really is. It's a devastating disease. I mean, somebody losing so much of themselves within this. So it's a great thing that you guys are doing so much for people with Alzheimer's, as well as trying to help others learn more about it. What other programs do you guys have coming up?
So we have lots of different programs. We have a virtual dementia tour coming up at the end of the year, so people, it's really eye-opening. They can empathize with people whenever they experience some of the struggles that we can simulate about dementia. So they can see all of those events and more at alzalliance.org/events.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for everything you do, of course. And I look forward to seeing how all of these workshops turn out for y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right.